first question, can you tell me a little bit about yourself and talk about your background?
Yes. So like you said, my name is Tricia Sitemere of triciasitemere.com. I have been building Control Alt Delete for going on 4 years. And my background is in HR, so university recruiting, talent acquisition, and diversity and inclusion strategy. And I was in that space for a little over 10 years. And in working with my candidates, saw that they were anxious or not confident about the decisions that they were making around their career and how to navigate their career. At the very same time, I was having conversations with my girlfriends who at this point are mid-career, right, and are feeling the frustrations of not being fully utilized, really tapping into their talents and using all of their potential. So they're frustrated. And so I took both of those conversations and the insights that I was seeing and published a book. And then my book is called I'm Sick of This Shit. And it just kind of blew up from there. So people started reaching out to me to support them in terms of resume, because that's also in my background, interviewing, how to effectively network on LinkedIn, how to have the conversations, when they are looking for career transitions and really exploring, what their next steps are going to be in life. So, from there started doing different speaking engagements in the personal development and wellness space, and then supporting my clients one-on-one from a coaching perspective. And then I just recently launched my 8-week group coaching program, People Empower, which is based in community, right?
Right.
We can raise the water line together and share resources, share experiences that help us move the needle to accomplishing the things that we want to.
All right, I like it. I love it. Can you explain how you developed the Control Alt Delete and what was the mindset behind it? Because it was just it's so relatable,
Yeah.
And even when I read the basically the explanation of it, it's just it it pretty much hits home and it's positive and it's easy to remember. So I really love that when I always just think of like brands and strategy. So how did you just you came up with that?
Well, I have to give credit where credit is due. My husband actually helped me put that together. So I explored a lot of different names for what I wanted to communicate and translate with my brand that I was building, which has ebbed and flowed and changed, over the last couple of years. And, we were having a conversation around computers or something along those lines. And he was like, well, what about Control Alt Delete? Because I was talking a lot about mindset, talking about, putting plans in action, how to get over self doubt. And he was just casually was like, well, what about Control Alt Delete? He was like, that's really what you're wanting to do anyway. And we played around with it for a little bit, and then Control Alt Delete was born. But yeah, I agree that it perfectly captures, what I do. It is a personal mantra of mine, and it's really the approach that I take when I am supporting one-on-one clients, when I'm, building out my programs and really what I want to bring to the table and how I want to serve people. That control piece is so key because a lot of times people think that things are only happening to them, right? They don't have any control over anything and they're just kind of blowing in the wind and just kind of going through the motions. And then mindset is so key because, if you don't think that you can do something and it's not in your mindset that you can change, that you can be successful, that you can build and have the life that you want, you're going to, remain in the space that you ultimately don't want to do. And so if you can, grapple with taking control and you can do the mindset work to where you feel more positive, then that translates into helping you delete all doubt. Like if you have that self-confidence in yourself, in your abilities, in your talents, and what you have to offer and what you bring to the table, and you put that all together, you can make the strides, you can get the momentum so that you start to see the changes in your life that you want to.
I love it. I love it. So I saw your website. You describe yourself as a fulfillment coach, which I love. So can you tell me what that entails? And just for just outside people, what when they think of a fulfillment coach, what is that about?
Yeah. So, I think everything that I do is to help people get into the space where they are able to live in fulfillment today. So, a lot of folks think, they have to work or they have to live this kind of life, and then only well into the future are they able really to live in that fulfillment. But I don't think that's true. I think that you can do a lot of things and structure your time in ways where you can live in fulfillment today. And so when you think of things that bring you fulfillment, career is a big one, right? How you spend your time, who you're spending your time with, what you're spending your time on. Those are all encapsulated in living in fulfillment. And so I'm not necessarily just a life coach. I don't focus on relationship. Therapists usually focus on past or previous traumas, things that have happened in the past, but I specifically focus on building your future, taking control of your future, right? And so that's why I am different than just a regular life coach, because that's specifically the niche that I focus on.